Welcome back to another episode of Strange Things from Across the Pond. Why are you saying it like that? Yes, that's right. I've got my hands on some Cool Whip.
Ooh, you got some pie, huh? Can I have a piece?
Sure.
Ooh, let me have some of that Cool Whip.
What'd you say?
You can't have a pie without Cool Whip.
Cool Whip?
Cool Whip, yeah.
You mean Cool Whip?
Yeah, Cool Whip.
Cool Whip.
Cool Whip.
Cool Whip.
Cool Whip.
You're saying it weird. Why are you putting so much emphasis on the H?
What are you talking about? I'm just saying it. Cool Whip. You put Cool Whip on pie. Pie tastes better with Cool Whip.
Say whip.
Whip.
Now say Cool Whip.
Cool Whip.
Cool Whip.
Cool Whip.
Cool Whip.
Cool Whip.
You're eating hair!
And yes, I am going to be pronouncing it that way throughout this entire video. More specifically, I've actually got my hands on 3 flavours of Cool Whip. We have this, the Cool Whip Original. We have Cool Whip Extra Creamy, made with real cream, which this other one doesn't say on it, so I'm curious to know what the fuck that's made from. Anyway, and then we have Cool Whip Zero Sugar, which I'm guessing is also berry flavoured, but it doesn't actually say that it is. It just implies it doesn't actually say it. It does also say not a low-calorie food. Okay, well, it could be interesting going through the nutritional information on that one. So there we are, 3 lots of Cool Whip. Also worth noting, my partner has very kindly cooked for this episode some very American pumpkin pie. And, well, this is perfect because you can't have pie without Cool Whip.
You can't have a pie without Cool Whip.
So what I'm going to do, after we've gone through all the packaging and nutritional information and all that jazz, we will have some Cool Whip on its own, and then we'll have some pumpkin pie with the Cool Whip. Mainly because it's an excuse to have pie and Cool Whip, because you can't have pie without Cool Whip.
You mean Cool Whip?
So, starting off with Cool Whip Original. On the front of it, this pretty much just tells us what it does. You can layer it in desserts, okay? Make breakfast extraordinary. Eat like ice cream. Interesting, because this came out of the fridge, not the freezer. Dip with fruit, top hot chocolate, and make smoothies delicious. So this is an interesting product. I can't think of anything else that can be used for all these things. Eat like ice cream, well, you would eat ice cream, maybe yogurt, but then you put it in smoothies as well? I mean, you can put cream in smoothies. I've never known anyone to actually do that, though. I mean, you can put anything you like in smoothies, you know, as long as your blender can handle it. You can put a fucking brick in there, but why would you?
I think, for added bite, brick. This is actually a brick. Oh, it's broken, but there we are. I'll pop that in there.
It's interesting as well, because we had the one earlier that said not a low-calorie food, and this says whipped topping. So what is it? What exactly is Cool Whip? Net weight, 8 Freedom units, 226 grams. Fridge fresh for 2 weeks. Well, if it's nice, it probably won't last that long, but we'll see. Lift here for recipes. Easy strawberry shortcake trifle. Okay. Cool and creamy mixed berry smoothie. I don't really like trifle. Well, actually not. Tell a lie. I despise trifle. And it's like fucking -4 outside at the moment, so I don't really want a smoothie either. But, oh well, at least it's including something. Whatever. Right. If I can get a decent picture of it, nutritional information will be going on the screen. It's sort of a weird shape. Ingredients. Here we go. This is where it could be interesting. Water. Corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup, hydrogenated vegetable oil, which is coconut and palm kernel oils, skim milk, which I'm assuming means skimmed milk, contains less than 2% of light cream, sodium caseinate from milk, natural and artificial flavour, xanthan and guar gums, modified food starch, polysorbate 60, sorbitan monostearate, sodium polyphosphate, beta-carotene, which is colour. Okay, so apart from all those chemicals, most of which I have never heard of, that seems like a fairly simple product. It's water and corn syrup. Now, we've seen corn syrup, especially the high fructose corn syrup, in a lot of American foods. Am I just going to be eating corn syrup? Is that what Cool Whip is? It's just corn syrup with a few extra bits put in it. And yeah, contains less than 2% of light cream. What is light cream? Milk? This could be interesting. And yeah, you can do a lot of these things, with cream, except maybe put it in smoothies. But it's not cream. I think it's going to be a cream substitute. Alright, let's do the other two. Cool Whip Extra Creamy.
Giggity, giggity, giggity.
Oh, made with real cream this time. Interesting. It's still only labelled as whipped topping. Net weight is 8 freedom units, 226 grams. That's something, actually. These don't weigh anything. They just don't. You'd have thought something like this, if you've got some sort of liquid in it, they normally have a bit of weight to them. But yeah, marshmallow would be heavier than what this feels like. Yeah, anyway, this one looks like you can dip your cookies in it. Fair enough, I suppose that's another use for it. So once again, probably a mediocre picture of the nutritional information going on the screen. And the ingredients with this are skim milk first, hydrogenated vegetable oil, coconut and palm kernel oils, high fructose corn syrup, water, corn syrup, light cream, contains less than 2% of sodium caseinate from the milk, natural and artificial flavour, xanthan and guar gums, I think it's meant to say polysorbate 60, maybe, it hasn't printed properly, sorbitan monostearate, sodium polyphosphate and beta-carotene for colour. So, interestingly, very much the same ingredients, but in different orders. Where this is made with real cream, I don't think that's true. It seems to be mostly skim milk. Assuming the ingredients mentioned first are the main ingredients, yes, skim milk is the primary ingredient in this, followed by high fructose corn syrup, apparently. So maybe that's how they got the extra creamy. Here, on the original, water is the primary ingredient, followed by all the corn syrups. On this one, the milk is the primary ingredient, and water is way down the list. So, yeah, I think this has maybe just got more milk in it. Not cream, though. I don't know where they're getting that idea from. Anyway, let's do the last one. Last up, we have Cool Whip Zero Sugar, not a low-calorie food. Okay, interesting. This with the purple and then the blackberry on here, I thought was going to be flavoured, like berry flavoured Cool Whip, but I don't know, maybe that's just a serving suggestion. You can dip fruit in it. We'll have to see when I taste it. So, nutritional information going up on the screen, and ingredients are, again, water, corn syrup, and there's a qualifying mark on it this time, which isn't on the other two. So corn syrup, qualifying mark, says adds a trivial amount of sugar. I suppose, yeah, they have had to put that because this is the zero sugar version. Ah, right, okay. Interesting. Hydrogenated vegetable oil, coconut and palm kernel oils, contains less than 2% of sodium caseinate from milk, natural and artificial flavour, modified food starch, xanthan and guar gums, polysorbate 60, sorbitan monostearate, sodium polyphosphate. What on earth does that say? Acesulfame potassium and aspartame, and there's another qualifying mark which is phenylketonurics. Yes, apparently those are sweeteners. Okay, beta carotene, which is colour and contains phenylalanine. Okay, so it looks like they've taken out the sugar, at least most of it, down to a trivial amount, and replaced it with shit that no one can pronounce. Okay then. Right, that yeah, could be interesting. Just notice these also have recipes on them. Oh look, strawberry cheesecake cups and chocolate banana bark. Oh, okay. And what was the other one? Fluffy fruit pie and mile high fudge brownie pie. Mile high fudge brownie. Giggity.
Giggity, giggity, giggity.
Anyway. I'm sorry. So I don't know why I find that so funny. A mile high fudge brownie. can just imagine. This seems like the sort of stuff that you would serve to kids. You know, kids, do you want some Cool Whip? I've made my life fudge brownies. Why don't you take a seat?
Get a seat right around that store right there in front of us.
What the fuck? Right, anyway. Serious face. Serious face. My life fudge brownie. Oh, fuck me. I'm sure some innocent young thing in a marketing department probably thought that was a lovely thing to include. And had absolutely no idea that some British guy would be laughing his head off on his subpar YouTube channel about it. But, yeah. Fucking hell. Right, anyway. Let's start with Cool Whip Original. You know, you can't have any, Bella. Don't start that shit. Right. I think I'll do a taste test first on a spoon, and then we'll go get the pie, because you can't have pie without Cool Whip. So, let's see, how do I open? Oh, fucking hell. Let's just use a knife. My fudge brownie. Gave your mum a fudge brownie last night. Oh shit. Right, serious face, Stuart, serious face. Let's open this up. Right, that's interesting. I'm not sure what to make of that. What is this? I mean, it's Cool Whip, but it's sort of... I mean, look at that, I can bend it and... I mean, if I leave it sitting here like this, it looks like marshmallow. But I can also squish it and move it around like a liquid. I mean, there's like no resistance in this at all, other than the plastic container. That is a really weird looking substance. It's like ice cream, marshmallow and double cream had a threesome, and somehow this came out of it.
It got away from me, yeah.
I really don't know what to make of this. It's weird. The edges here, this like ridge around the crater, almost, looks just like marshmallow, especially around here as I'm moving around. But then the middle looks like a liquid. But the whole thing is holding its shape. I don't know what to make of that. Let's do a sniff test. I'm not sure what to make of the smell either. It's like a combination of marshmallow and double cream, but there's something else in there as well, and it's not ice cream. It's almost chemically. I'm not sure what to make of it, so try again. Yeah, double cream, marshmallow, maybe a hint of ice cream, but I don't think so. And then a sort of chemically smell that goes with it. Not a nice one either. But it has to be said, it's a faint smell too. This doesn't have a very strong smell to it, which for food isn't always a good thing. I'm not sure what to make of it. Smell-wise and appearance-wise, it's... yeah, I really don't know what to say about that. Alright, well, I'm going to dive straight in with a spoonful. Let's just see what... See, even as I spoon it out, it looks weird. Yeah, it looks like partially melted marshmallows. I'm scooping it out. But look, it's keeping its shape. But look, way too much on that spoon there. But very... It's not liquid. It's soft, very soft, but it's not liquid. I don't know what to make of this. It's like very, very soft marshmallow. Alright, in the gob. Okay. It's marshmallow. That's what it tastes like. It just tastes like plain white marshmallow. It has the texture of squirty cream. Exactly like that. But the first thing that strikes me that this tastes of is marshmallow. It's nice, don't get me wrong, but yeah, I don't really know what this is. There's hints of like cream flavouring to it. I won't say cream because, as we read on the ingredients, it does not contain cream, but there's a hint of cream flavouring to it. It's like if you took squirty cream and added a small amount of marshmallow to it. It's nice, as you can see. I keep spooning into it. I want more, as you do with squirty cream. You just want to eat the whole can. But yeah, I don't know. What is this? It's Cool Whip. We're going to go get the pumpkin pie in a minute and have some of that on it. I'm going to warm it up, but I think that's going to go quite well. Yeah, let's go and get it. Here we go. Bit of pumpkin pie, homemade. Let's have some Cool Whip. There we go. That is some Americanness to 1,000 right there. Like I said, homemade. I may well one day feature the pumpkin on another episode because it's this like tinned stuff, and it comes in like a cream almost, but it is very nice. I can't really imagine making this with, say, fresh pumpkin. I don't think it would actually be as good. You can tell I've already had pumpkin pie many a times, but this is the first time I've actually had Cool Whip on the pie, and you can't have pie without Cool Whip. Right, so let's just dig straight in. That is definitely complementing the pie. Yeah, definitely. You've got the usual clash of temperatures. I've warmed this up, and then of course the Cool Whip is cold, but it's not the same as having, say, a dollop of cream on it. I don't really know how to say it. The two flavours complement each other nicely. You got the pumpkin, which, when it's been cooked like this, has a similar texture to the filling of a cheesecake. You got the crust, which is supposed to be there as well, which is, you know, nice and crumbly, and then you've got the light, almost fluffiness of the Cool Whip going with it, and of course you've got that sort of sweet and savoury mix as well. Yeah, it's like having squirty cream on a bit of apple pie, but American. It's gorgeous. Yeah. Many thanks to my lovely fiancée for making this. I think I'm going to end up having more than 3 slices in this episode. Right, I'm going to stuff this in my face, and we'll move on to the next flavour. Alright, next up, let's open up the extra creamy and see how this is any different. You know, it's the same ingredients, but seemingly in different proportions. So, look at that. Look at how much is stuck to the lid. That is certainly different. I think it's safe to say it's definitely a thicker substance. Look at how it's stuck to the lid. I wonder why it's done that. Probably because I squeezed it or something before I opened it. It still does that thing, though, of being part solid, part liquid. Looks more like double cream or clotted cream than the other one did. The other one looked more like very weak marshmallow. Right, let's do a sniff test. I have to say, yeah, it's different. It's, compare it to the other one, since I've got it right next to me. So this is the extra creamy. This is the original that I've just had. This one, the first thing that struck me was marshmallow. That one definitely smells more like cream. Again, it's so subtle though. They both have only a very weak smell to them. It's so weak it's possible that I'm just making it up in my head because that's what the labels are telling me. But it's there, as far as I can tell anyway. Also, don't know how well it's going to come across on the camera. They're a different colour. This one's a sort of off-white, whereas this is very sort of jet white, very sort of marshmallow white. Look at that. Yeah, this looks more like cream. This looks like squirty marshmallow. Anyway, let's go straight in with a taste test. Oh, let's scoop it out of there. If anything, it's maybe even softer. You can see there, it's behaving more like clotted cream in the tub. Alright, in the gob. Very hard to tell. It definitely doesn't taste like cream, like real cream. It's nowhere near. But it's closer to squirty cream than the original. But there's not a lot in it. Nah, it tastes like I'm just eating squirty cream. That's all it is. Let's try them side by side. So let's have a bit of this, a little bit, because I'm going to make myself sick at this rate. Okay, a bit of this. Not a lot in it. There really isn't. That one slightly creamier, but yeah, not a lot in it really. There is a difference, but you know, if I wanted this one and they didn't have it, and I had to have this one, fine. That would make no difference at all to my life. It really wouldn't. Come to think of it, you know, I'm 34. I have bought squirty cream in my life, and I've squirted plenty of it into my gob, as everyone does who's normal. I have never actually checked to see if that actually contains cream or not. It may be that what I was buying as squirty cream all this time was just Cool Whip, but in a can. I think I'm going to have to check that now. I mean, you would have thought, because we have higher food standards in this country, if it has the word cream on it, then it should contain cream, but then again, you never know. Right, I think we need to have this with some pie. Alright, here we go. Another piece of pumpkin pie, because you can't have pie without Cool Whip. Let's get a spoon of the extra creamy out. Slightly smaller piece this time, because even my fat ass is going to get sick eventually. Right, let's have a piece. Here we go. Oh, dearie me. There we go. That's nice. I do like this pumpkin pie that my fiancée makes. I have to say, this extra creamy seems to be working a bit better this time. A bit better than the last one, I should say. I think it's the fact that it's closer to cream in terms of flavour, anyway. Neither of these are anywhere near being actual cream. That I think is doing it for me, because I would normally just add cream to something like this, but this is good. Yeah. I got a nice big bit of the crust as well with this, which is one of the best bits of this. Let's get plenty of pumpkin in there as well. Right, big gobful. It's doing all the things that the original Cool Whip does, in the way that it complements the flavour and the different temperatures and the textures. It's doing all of that, but being slightly closer to cream in flavour just puts it ahead. So far, until we've tried the third one at least, if you want some cream to put on some pumpkin pie, but you don't have any, you've only got Cool Whip, go with the extra creamy. So far, extra creamy is winning. Right, let's finish this, and then we'll go for the last one. Right, last up is going to be the... oh dear. Cool Whip Zero Sugar. Let's get her open. This one, I suspect, I'll try not to prejudge, but I suspect is going to end up in last place, because zero sugar, you know, fat-free stuff just is never as good. It just isn't. But it says zero sugar, but not a low-calorie food, so it may be okay. Let's open up and see. Interesting. Immediate first thought is, that looks the most like ice cream out of the three of them. Obviously, I know it's not ice cream. It still has that weird, soft, marshmallowy characteristic to it. But, for all intents and purposes, that looks like ice cream. It's the same colour as the original. Now, looking at the screen on the camera seems to be making it look like there's a difference, but to the naked eye, they're both just completely white. There's no difference in colour. And then, of course, we have the extra creamy, which has that sort of off-white colour to it. But other than that, fairly unremarkable. It looks the same as the others. Let's give it a sniff test. Okay. That smells like the original, but whereas before I was picking up marshmallow, bit of cream, and a chemically smell in the background, very faint. This, the chemically smell, is the primary smell. Yeah, I'm not sure what to make of that. When I think on the ingredients, I mean, all of these are the same product with the ingredients swapped round, except that this one seemed to have a lot more chemicals, including ones I'd never friggin' heard of. So that may be it. Chances are whatever's making it smell that way, if there's more of it in the low sugar one or the no sugar, zero sugar, not a low calorie food version. But like the other two, it's a very faint smell to it. These don't really smell of anything unless you're doing what I'm doing and sticking your nose right in it. Let's have a spoonful. Ooh. Now that, as I ran the spoon through it, felt thicker than the other two. You'd have thought that the extra creamy would have been the thicker, but no, that's, yeah, and it seems a bit stretchy. I don't know if you can see that on the camera as I pull it away ever so slightly. It feels thicker. It still doesn't really weigh anything. Alright, let's do a taste test. Oh dear, I'm not sure what to make of that. It's tangy. I was not expecting that at all. Let's do one more. That's weird. That's really weird. The first thing that hits you is on the tip of your tongue. It's like a tangy sensation. It goes quite quickly, but it's there with each mouthful. Ooh, I'm not sure. These tubs, by the way, are brand new. They were bought last night, so less than 24 hours ago, so it's not off. The rest of the flavour is pretty much the same as the original. It's not quite as sweet. It's basically squirty cream in a tub. It tastes less of marshmallow and more like squirty cream, but obviously it's zero sugar, so there's something missing. But yeah, I was not prepared for that tangy sensation. Oof. Interestingly, I'm not picking it up as much now after 3 or 4 mouthfuls, but it's still there. It's the same as the others. It's the same as the original, but it's just very subtly different in that you can tell that there's zero sugar in it and they've been replaced with sweeteners. It's not bad if you need to cut sugar from your diet, but you really like Cool Whip, then fine. But it's perfectly fine. You're not really going to be able to tell the difference just generally, unless you're doing a taste test like I'm doing. But when you compare them side by side, you can tell that something's been changed with this. Unfortunately, that's the downfall of a lot of products that have an ingredient removed or replaced. Anything zero sugar is going to be different. You know, they say, oh, same great taste, but zero sugar. No, the taste is different. I mean, don't get me wrong, sometimes it is better. I am definitely a Pepsi Max and a Diet Coke kind of guy. The full fat stuff it's just, it's like drinking treacle. But you can always tell. Same with, say, non-alcoholic beer. That has gotten really good recently. There are some really nice non-alcoholic beers out there. But it will always be different to the regular stuff. And that's what I'm getting here with this. I don't know if it's the fact that I've had 2 plates of pumpkin pie, and then and on top of that 2 servings of Cool Whip on its own. But I don't really want to have any more of this. I'm going to have to force myself to have some pie with it. Ugh. Like there. Right, here we go. Now, the eagle-eyed amongst you will notice this is no longer pumpkin pie. Basically, there's been a few days gap in filming this episode. I couldn't face a 3rd slice of pie in the space of an hour, so I decided to just call it a night, start the editing and finish it in the morning. Unfortunately, I was working the next day, and then I felt a bit sick, and then unfortunately another day went by and we'd eaten it all and I didn't film it. So this is apple pie. It's very much the same recipe. I mean, if you think I'm cheating, just remember it's my channel and I make the rules. So we have the zero sugar Cool Whip, because you can't have pie without Cool Whip. Let's tuck in. I haven't even had dinner yet tonight and I'm already eating Cool Whip. That's nice. This is the first time I've tried this pie. It's quite nice. Have another one. Let's get some apple in there. Once again, compliments to my fiance for making this. It's really good. It's got a massive load of Cool Whip. But it has to be said, the Cool Whip tastes the same. I cannot tell the difference between this one and the 2 that came before it. It's just the same thing. Sorry, but I just can't. It's still got that light fluffiness. I've warmed the pie up. The Cool Whip is out of the fridge. So you've got that contrast in temperatures. Yeah, it's just like a light, fluffy, cream substitute on a nice bit of pie. That's all I can say about it. Now, to be fair, all of them have really complemented the pie, and this one's doing a good job of it as well, obviously. So when they say you can't have pie without Cool Whip, they're absolutely correct. This is good. Get some of that fruit. Look at that. Yeah. Fuck me, that's a big gobful. It's adding to it, but it's in no way overwhelming it either. The primary flavour is the pie. The apple pie, every single mouthful. No matter how much Cool Whip I get in my gob, the pie is always the stronger flavour, which is how it should be. It's adding to it without overwhelming or taking anything away. Even if I get a fresh spoonful, and just, let's have that bit there. Oh, look at that. Trying to get all this in my gob. Yeah, even then, it's the pie. The Cool Whip has just a slightly delicate flavour to it. It just makes it absolutely perfect on pie. I wholeheartedly agree. You can't have pie without Cool Whip. Right. Do I want a second slice? Yeah, I think I'll have a second slice. And yeah, then I think we'll do conclusions, shall we? Alright then, conclusions on Cool Whip. As I said earlier, there's been a few days gap in filming this episode. That's why some of you may have noticed this episode's coming out a few days later than intended. I've come to the conclusion that Cool Whip, for viewers in the UK, it's basically squirty cream in a tub. That's what it is. Instead of an aerosol can and you sort of squirt it on, it's in a tub. Now, I haven't looked at what the ingredients are of squirty cream, whether that contains more milk and dairy or, you know, maybe even some actual cream. I think I've seen the occasional squirty cream out there that says made with real cream. I don't know, I'm not going to look. That's not really the point. The point is, in terms of taste and texture and appearance and the use as well, Cool Whip is squirty cream in a tub. That's essentially what you're buying. In terms of differences between the three, not a lot. There really isn't, especially between the original and the Zero Sugar. Zero Sugar has a slightly more chemically taste, probably because they're using sweeteners instead of sugar, but not a lot in it. Honestly, if I was served Cool Whip Zero Sugar instead of original on some pie, not gonna notice. I'm just not. The extra creamy, yes, slightly different, slightly more creamy, as the name suggests. If I had to pick a favourite, it would be the extra creamy, but there's so little in it. There's just nothing really separating them. Do I recommend it? Yes, of course. Absolutely. It's lovely. It goes great if you're having pie. You can't have pie without Cool Whip. I absolutely agree with that. But that's about it. That's about all I can say about this. Yeah, it's really nice. Does a great job. I haven't tried any of these things with it. I've literally put it on pie, Cool Whip on pie. But I really like it. Like I say, it's squirty cream in a tub. So yeah, if you like squirty cream and you want a big load of it in a tub, get yourself some Cool Whip. Right, I need to hurry up with this editing because I am way behind schedule with it. Next month, I don't actually know what we're going to do. I've got a huge pile of stuff and I haven't decided, so you'll have to wait and see. Alright, that's it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching this video on doing stuff and filming it. Please don't forget to press the big button here in the middle to subscribe if you haven't already done so. If you liked what you just saw, please click the like button below and leave a comment letting me know what you liked about it. And as always, thank you for watching.